In today's show, Bitcoin at $30,000, heading for its first green week after 9 in the red. That's right, Bitcoin's on the verge of making its first weekly green candle in roughly 2 months, thus breaking its longest negative streak. Also in today's show, Bitcoin long-term hodlers begin distribution, which preceded Bitcoin price bottoms. I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis. And quoting crypto analyst, Crypto Tony, the weekly chart on Bitcoin looks nothing short of horrific, and so the trend continuation remains. I do think we consolidate a little longer in this range before dropping eventually. In the meantime, research strong altcoins for the next bull run, and he shares this Bitcoin update. I am looking for another drop down to $24,000 to $22,000. But of course, distribution takes time, so we may be hovering around the support zone before any drops just yet. Patience, and crypto analyst Michael Van de Pop says still expecting this to be happening on Bitcoin. A drop towards the CME gap at 29,000 would make a lot of sense before a short reversal towards $31,500. And quoting Michael Saylor, if you're not planning to hold Bitcoin for 4 years, you're not really an investor. And exactly 1 year ago today, El Salvador became the first country in the world to declare Bitcoin a legal tender. A small nation took a giant leap for humanity. And quoting Max Kaiser here, El Salvador spent about $70 million on 2,300 Bitcoin. And since then, Bitcoin tourism in El Salvador is up over $700 million. Investment into the country is up over $2 billion. And for every Bitcoin El Salvador buys, they get a 30x return in tourism and investment. Also in today's show, on-chain metrics suggest this crypto bear market won't be as brutal as the past cycles, according to analytics firm Into the Block. Also in today's show, Bermuda's crypto-friendly regulations targets to become a digital asset hub. That's right, Bermuda is the latest country that wishes to be in the forefront when it comes to crypto and its regulations. It is now set to develop an extensive and comprehensive crypto regulatory framework. And quoting crypto analyst Crypto Rover, Bitcoin will hit $300,000 before 2025. We also have Jason Lowery, who shares here, we'll be told that we got lucky, that nobody could have predicted a $1 million Bitcoin price by 2030. And speaking of bullish price predictions, we'll also be discussing Tim Draper, the Bitcoin venture capitalist, doubling down on his $250,000 Bitcoin price prediction before the end of this year or by early next year. And we'll be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. The goal is to get to 100,000 subs. If you like getting that crypto, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, just like this. And today's episode is brought to you by BlockFi, the leading provider of financial products and services for crypto investors and the #1 platform to buy, sell, and earn crypto. And checking out some of their flagship products, it includes their BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards Visa credit card, where you can earn 3.5% Bitcoin back on all your purchases within your first 90 days, then 1.5% Bitcoin back on all your purchases thereafter. And at this time, they've currently paid out over $15 million in crypto rewards. And you can see if you are approved right now with no impact to your credit score. Just note you must live in the United States. Now, another flagship product that they offer is their BlockFi loan, where you can borrow money at rates as low as a 4.5% APR. And the best part is you don't have to sell your crypto to get the cash. In fact, there's not even any credit checks whatsoever, and you can be funded literally within 24 hours. To take advantage of this, click my referral link in the description right down below. And if you set up your account today, you can receive a bonus of up to $250 in Bitcoin. So go ahead and do that, and let's start stacking those sats. Shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. Happy Sunday, crypto fam. How's it going? Holla at your boy in the live chat. Now, although Bitcoin continues to struggle below $30,000, the King Crypto is actually close to breaking its 9-week-long negative weekly streak, which is a new record, 9 consecutive red candles in a row. But at the same time, some altcoins such as Solana and Avalanche have registered impressive recoveries. That's right, following the end of March when Bitcoin has spiked by more than $10,000 in just 14 days, the asset began what it later became its longest retracement in terms of weekly candles. And at the start of May, Bitcoin equaled the previous record of 6 consecutive red candles before it broke and registered its 9th last week. And within this time frame, the asset lost roughly $20,000 of its value and dumped to a year-and-a-half low of around $25,000. Now, Bitcoin closed last week at $29,250 on Bitstamp, at which point it bounced off and even jumped to over $32,000 just a few days ago. However, it failed there and has returned below $30,000 29,000 as of now, but nevertheless, it is still several $100s above 29,250, meaning it's on the verge of breaking the negative streak. And sitting close to $30,000 now means that the King Crypto's market cap is sitting around $565 billion, while its dominance is still on the rise above 46%. And before I break down next story of the day, Bitcoin long-term hodlers began distribution, which preceded the Bitcoin price bottoms. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Cardano, Solana, and Avalanche are all pumping. And in the green, we got Bitcoin up about 0.5% for the day. Just looking to retest that critical $30,000 support. We have Ether up 1.3%, trading just under $1,800, while Solana and Avalanche are pumping in the forest green. Let's go. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Bitcoin stayed weighted in a tight range on June 4th as traders' demands for a new macro low persisted, which you can see here in the Bitcoin 1-hour candle chart. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed Bitcoin stuck between 29 and 30,000 into the weekend as the Bitcoin/USD pair managed a revival to near 31,000 the previous day. But the latest Wall Street trading session of the week put pay to the bulls' efforts. That's right, as out-of-hours markets offered thin volumes but little volatility, eyes were on the potential direction, what can be an inevitable breakout. Quoting Crypto Tony here, good morning, legends. The weekly chart on Bitcoin looks nothing short of horrific, so the trend continuation remains. I do think we consolidate a little longer in this range before dropping eventually. In the meantime, research strong altcoins for the next bull run, and he shares a Bitcoin update here. I am looking for another drop down to $24,000 to $22,000, but of course, distribution takes time, so we may be hovering around the support zone before any drops just yet. Patience. Meanwhile, other analysts plan to make the most of the incoming weakness, including popular Twitter account Crypto Toad, which announced a strategy of accumulating at $27,000 and under, and which would be a swing low for the King Crypto, as he shares right here. I don't know what you're going to do, but my plan is to start accumulating my long-term position at $27,000 swing low all the way down to the 0.382 Fibonacci at $21,500. And as Cointelegraph reported, other sources keenly eyeing lower lows for Bitcoin range from on-chain analytics to well-known pundits such as the ex-BitMEX CEO, Arthur Hayes. And adding fuel to the fire was data from on-chain analytics platform CryptoQuant, which signaled that long-term hodlers were starting to divest themselves of their stash in a classic bear market move. Quoting CryptoQuant here, long-term hodlers' capitulation phase has begun. And commenting on the chart of long-term hodlers' spend output profit ratio, he shows comparisons to conditions that preceded generational bottoms in Bitcoin's history. These included the 2014 and 2018 bear markets, as well as the COVID cross-market crash of March of 2020. Quoting them here, currently the long-term hodlers are entering the capitulation phase and are selling at a loss, indicating that the smart money accumulation phase has begun. In the next few months would present a great opportunity for long-term investing in the market. Now, it is also noted that such a capitulation event usually marks a multi-year bottom, so do keep that in mind. And in a hint that some were already buying the dip. Meanwhile, exchange data showed that the outflows were beating the inflows markedly in the recent days. And according to on-chain analytics firm Glassnode on June 3rd, net inflows from major exchanges totaled negative 23,286 BTC, the most since May 14th. Now, discussing long-term hodler behavior earlier in the week in its latest edition of the newsletter, The Week on Chain, Glassnode lead on-chain analyst Checkmate additionally delineated classes of investors currently least interested in selling, and specifically those who bought near the November 2021 all-time highs of around $69,000 appear to be relatively price insensitive, he wrote, adding that investors' profiles was increasingly composed of such stubborn hodlers. And quoting him here, despite continued drawdowns in price and a major spot liquidation event of 80,000 plus BTC, they remain unwilling to let their coins go. Great point. So hodlers are going to continue hodling. Where my long-term Bitcoin hodler is at, make some noise in the live chat. And quoting crypto analyst Mikhail Van de Pop, still expecting this to be happening on Bitcoin. A drop towards the CME gap at 29,000 would make a lot of sense before a short reversal towards $31,500. As history has shown us, oftentimes we close those CME futures gaps, so keep your eyes out on that $29,000 price mark. And as Dan Held shares here, nearly 66% of Bitcoin has not moved in over a year, making an all-time high. Hodlers had never had more conviction. This is bullish. That's right. And quoting Michael Saylor here, if you're not planning to hold Bitcoin for 4 years, you're not really an investor. And he's referring to the Bitcoin halving cycle, which takes place every 4 years. History has shown us since the inception of Bitcoin that the price of the king crypto continues to go up every 4-year cycle. We can't say the same thing about gold. And as shared here, it was exactly 1 year ago today, El Salvador became the first country in the world to declare Bitcoin a legal tender. So massive shout out to Nayib Bukele. A small nation took a giant leap for humanity. And quoting this Reuters article dated June 5th, 2021, El Salvador's president says we'll send bill to make Bitcoin legal tender. And Max Kaiser responded with this: El Salvador spent about $70 million on 2,301 Bitcoin. And since then, Bitcoin tourism in El Salvador is up over $700 million, while investment into the country is up over $2 billion. For every Bitcoin El Salvador buys, they get a 30x return in tourism and investment. Let's freaking go. Which country do you feel will likely be next to make a Bitcoin legal tender? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below. My personal opinion is Mexico. Let's go. I want to give a quick shout out to iTrust Capital, the #1 crypto IRA platform with over $5 billion in transactions. When it comes to buying and selling crypto tax-free, look no further than iTrust. You can buy and sell 25 plus of the top cryptocurrencies, as well as gold and silver. There are no monthly fees and only 1% transaction fees, and they do offer institutional grade storage from Coinbase custody, so you can know your crypto is safe and secure. And you can get started today with only $1,000 to open up your account. And if you do get started today, you'll get a $100 reward in Bitcoin for funding your account. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description right down below, and let's get this crypto tax-free. And before I break down next story of the day, on-chain metrics suggest that this crypto bear market won't be as brutal as the past cycles, according to analytics firm Into the Block. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting just above $1.2 trillion with $42 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. The current Bitcoin dominance is 46.1%, with the Ether dominance at 17.7%. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers in the past 24 hours, we have Chainlink leading the pack, up almost 9% for the day, trading at $7.42, followed by Algorand up almost 8%, trading just above 40 cents, followed by Helium up 7.5%, trading at $9.40. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers for the past week, we can see Waves up 91.7%, HNT up 26.2%, and T up 22.4%, while the biggest loser for the week is Hex, down 36.6%. And checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 10 in extreme fear. Yesterday a 14, last week a 14, and last month a 22 in extreme fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That could be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Certain on-chain indicators suggest that the crypto market's current downtrend may not end up being as brutal as the past bear markets. According to one analyst, head of research at analytics firm Into the Block, in a new analysis, he acknowledges that it's getting harder and harder to argue we are not in a bear market. Though the total crypto market cap is down 57% from its all-time high of about just above $3 trillion, which it hit last November, he notes that fundamental indicators have dipped less compared to the previous bear markets. As he shares here, as a high portion of demand comes from speculation, it is normal for transaction fees to plummet severely as trading sentiment dwindles through bear markets. Remaining at higher levels, however, suggests stickier demand. Bitcoin has been averaging above $500,000 in daily transaction fees in May 2022 compared to $130,000 in May 2018. And Ethereum, as well as other crypto assets, mirror the same pattern of less pronounced drops in on-chain activity than in the prior bear markets. Meanwhile, both Bitcoin and Ethereum are also displaying consistent progress and development activity despite the recent bearish price action. According to the researcher, quoting him here, commits to the Bitcoin network have grown over 50% in the past 2 years as developer efforts consistently improve. This has been one of the few leading indicators for growth in crypto. Since being an open source ecosystem, it relies on developers globally contributing for sustained improvement of these networks. And before I break down our final stories of the day, Bermuda's crypto-friendly regulations targets to become a digital asset hub, as well as I break down some bullish price predictions of a $300,000 Bitcoin price before 2025, as well as Tim Draper doubling down on his $250,000 Bitcoin price prediction before the end of this year or by early next year, the latest. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 1,200 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my crypto merch store live at merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And of course, you can follow me on all the major podcasts and platforms, from Spotify, home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes and Google Play. We're currently receiving over 500,000 downloads per month, so I want to say I greatly appreciate your continued support. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Bermuda is the latest country that wishes to be in the forefront when it comes to crypto and its regulations. It is now set to develop an extensive and comprehensive crypto regulatory framework. That's right, through maintaining this transparency, Bermuda is attempting to attract more crypto-related projects and companies who are enthusiasts in the particular field, as Bermuda remains one of the countries that had decided to approach the digital asset in an embracing and positive manner. The country could become one of the forerunners in the decentralized financial sphere. Many a times, businesses have second-guessed their decision to offer the digital payment option because there's been a lot of uncertainty around the regulatory bit. But just by taking care of that, Bermuda could soon turn into a crypto hub. That's right, and quoting Jason Hayward, Bermuda's Minister of Economy and Labor, he shares here, "We are aware of the recent devaluation in the price of cryptocurrencies and remain confident that it does not threaten the island's ability to become a crypto hub. This industry downturn is likely to advance our goal and positively impact our long-term growth and role in this sector." Now, the regulators of the country have said that, as far as their understanding goes, 27% of Bermuda's economy accounts for international businesses. This also includes their local trained workforce. If regulations around crypto are made comprehensive and transparent, chances are that the country could be transformed into a thriving digital asset hub. Bring it on. And if this happens successfully, Bermuda will be in competition with other jurisdictions to become an important part of the industry, such as Malta, as well as Liechtenstein, wherever the heck that is. I have no clue. But anyways, it is quite refreshing to see that despite the topsy-turvy conditions that are prevailing currently across the industry, Bermuda is still eager to join the club of adopting and nurturing cryptocurrencies. Now, for some of the potential roadblocks ahead, Bermuda is known for its offshore insurance and reinsurance industry. Now, with the possible disadvantage that can occur along the way will be the nature of the digital assets industry. This year so far, it has been excessively choppy for the crypto industry, as we all know. Now, this experience comes from being in the insurance and reinsurance industry. Apart from this, there aren't much immediate roadblocks for Bermuda. On the brighter side, Bermuda lacks the red tape, which in turn will make regulatory framework an easy deal and will help blockchain companies to set up quickly and successfully. So there you have it. And checking out the latest from Crypto Rover, he predicts Bitcoin will hit $300,000 before 2025. Let me know if you agree or disagree with his bullish price prediction. I agree 100%. In fact, I feel this will likely happen before 2025, considering the next halving is in 2024 and the market always goes parabolic preceding the halving. Now, checking out this tweet from Jason Lowery, he shares, "We will be told that we got lucky, that nobody could have predicted a $1 million Bitcoin price by 2030. However, to the contrary, I also like to point out that the stock to flow model, the most accurate Bitcoin price prediction model in history, is predicting a $500,000 Bitcoin price post 2024 halving, so keep that in mind." Now, checking out this prediction from Tim Draper, the billionaire venture capitalist himself. He recently doubled down on his $250,000 Bitcoin price prediction of a $250,000 Bitcoin price, which he originally made in June of 2021. But in a new CNBC interview, he says by the end of this year or by early next year, we can expect the King Crypto to surpass that milestone. When he originally made that prediction in 2021, the Bitcoin price was $40,000, having crashed from $65,000 in April of that year, and it did go on to rally to $69,000 in November of last year, but as of mid-2022 has dropped back under $30,000 again, erasing all the 2021 bull market gains. Now, the respected venture capitalist investors' logic is that only 1 in 6 Bitcoin hodlers are women, and that if more female investors are onboarded to about equal parity with men, then we could see a dramatic rise in the valuation of the King Crypto. Quoting him here, "Women control about 80% of retail spending, and retailers haven't yet realized that they can save 2%. They usually run on very thin margins, so that might double their profits. They can save 2% just by accepting Bitcoin instead of taking a bank-issued credit card that can change everything. All of a sudden, all of the women will have Bitcoin wallets and they'll be buying things with Bitcoin. And you're going to see a Bitcoin price that'll just blow through my $250,000 estimate. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the billionaire venture capitalist. Now, Draper has been buying Bitcoin for almost a decade. He famously bought 30,000 BTC in a 2014 auction run by the US government, seized from Ross Ulbricht of Silk Road, confident in his belief that the future date crypto would be the primary means of payment and exchange. And at the time, Bitcoin was worth just over $600 per coin, but he claimed he is still holding those original Bitcoin. Now for the top 3 comments from yesterday's episode, G. Rob wrote, "Appreciate your consistency and excellence, my brother. Keep bringing your positivity and watch your channel grow. Cheers, fam. I appreciate your support very much. I'll keep bringing that crypto fire." Hodl. Our next featured comment comes from Jason. "It's been a bear market since November, but now they're declaring it's a bear market just as it's going to go mainstream. Buy Bitcoin and don't listen to fiat lovers." Exactly, fam. Keep stacking them sats and ignore all the FUD. You got this. And our third and final featured comment comes from our very own Inner Dinosaur. "Thanks, JV. Great show, full of excellent news and full of optimism for Bitcoin and Ethereum. See y'all next time." Cheers, fam. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow. And to be featured on tomorrow's episode, drop me a comment right down below.